All right, welcome everyone. It is Sunday once again, and we are streaming. As of right now, this is the newest bit of storyline that has been released. Trailblaze mission available, a new venture on the 8th dawn. And so we will be working on this, of course. So we currently, if you all don't remember, have joined up with Sunday, who is saying his final farewells to, the Penacony before he leaves, as he is currently a fugitive wanted by the family. And apparently, we have also met Miss Ting-Yoon in another body, and she has split into many copies. So we'll see how that goes. I have an achievement or two that I got while you all weren't here. So I got a Hanu Time achievement. Hidden challenge in the audition shuttle interface. Successfully triggered a total of 6 audition shuttle hidden challenges. Complete the Hanu Wars challenge for the first time. Defeat Steely Gator in the final stage of Hanu's adventure. Hit all the targets the first time in Hanu Wars. And find the hidden treasure in the Festivities Edition Gunfire Trial. As you can see, I have been getting a lot of completionist awards. Because what I have been doing is fully doing these. So up till you all had seen, I had I think it was Dreamflux Reef done, like fully found. So I got all of this done. I do not have all of the Hanu hidden challenges done because there's one challenge that's just driving me insane. And then I was working on the Penacony Grand Theater last. Again, I don't have all the Hanu stuff done. But I have most of it done. And then I think the last thing I did was find all of the hidden birds in this area. And so the Radiant Feldspar, I just got a couple of things and then finding a couple of the birds. But other than that, we're almost done there. And then same thing here, is I just need to find the 2 Lordly trash cans and finish finding the birds. And then I will be fully done with Penacony when it comes to completion. And then I can get started on trying to finish up those Hanu adventures and the gunfire trial stuff. And then also the Hujumwatsits. And then the quests. There we go. You know what? I can speak eventually. But do the quests so that I can be fully caught up in time for us going to the new area. When it comes to characters, just really quickly, I did fully finish Sunday. I don't have my main team on right now, so it's discombobulating me. So his traces are fully done. I have this relic set on him. They're not amazing relics, but they're at least there to give him some additional stats. As you can see, his crit rate absolutely terrible. And then I have been working on Clara. I just need to finish up her traces. She has no relics on her right now. And then did the usual simulated universe on my attempt to fully complete Swarm Disaster. Did not get anything new there, let me tell you. Did our Divergent universe of the time. We're about halfway to the max level being 100, where you get a little tiny Dr. Ratio figurine. I'm very excited about that. But it's a long way coming. And not much else, I would say. Just some level grindiness. I should put this team back up. Woo. And then we can do a couple pulls for some other stuff. Only one pull here and then one pull here. And then on the standard banner, we did just hit a 5-star where we got a Yanqing, I believe, like Eidolon. I'm at like E3 or E2 Yanqing at this point, who is like the Chi-Chi of this game. So we're only at like 2 pity. Don't expect anything. Also, I'm gonna have to replace my pity tracker thing soon. It's getting full of my notes. Luca. And then I really don't think we're gonna be able to get Sunday's card, which is just so sad. But I am hoping, because we only have 110 pull and then this ends this week, so I'm really don't think, unless the gacha gods smile upon me and my 2 pity to give me a 5-star in this singular pull, I don't think it's happening. But I will very much hope that we can at least get Sushong's custom card, because I do not have it. I have not had it this entire game, so if I can at least get Sushong's card, I will be happy. Yeah, as I expected, no 5-star. But can I at least have Sushong? Oh, thank you. Thank you. You are so kind to me. E19 Peya, I guess. They're like, we won't give you a 5-star, but we'll give you... We'll take pity on you and give you that Sushong that you've been trying to get for ages. Character. Where is she? There she is. I have been trying to get this freaking light cone for her for like 9 years. I like it when they have like a light cone that actually has their face on them, so... And then that's where we're stuck. But not bad. Almost got it all the way maxed out. But yeah, I really like it when they have like the light cone with their own face on it, which is why things like this annoy me. Like when you get light cones that has a character on it and then it just does not go on that character. I'm like, how dare you? Yeah, so if I do somehow grind out enough for a pull before Sunday's banner goes away, I probably will do that pull off stream just because it ends like this Wednesday. So just as a forewarning, I more than likely will not get a 5-star because again, I'm only at 12 pity now. But I will be very excited to show it to you if I do somehow. And then since I got to 50, I got this little icon profile picture. But I still think this is the best profile picture, honestly, in the game, so... I will continue to retain that profile picture. Okay, what's next? Alright, so we did our pulls, I've updated you on everything, so I guess it is time to get back to the main story. All of our side quests that I need to get done. Okay, so we were in like a little dungeon with all these Tingyuns. Find a Tingyun that is easy to communicate with. So not that one. Not either of these. Or this one. Tingyun question mark.
Miss March 7th, have you taken the time to consider my suggestion?
Your suggestion? Oh, wait. Which Miss Tingyun are you again?
It's me! I'm the one who wants every Tingyun to come together to form the Tingyun Merchant Guild. How often do you get the chance to work with yourself? Just imagine how in sync we'll be with one another. We're bound to thrive and prosper. I know we can't leave the dreamscape to trade with the outside world, so that's where you come in, Miss March 7th. Your wits surpass many others, making you the perfect person to handle liaison negotiations on our behalf.
I guess I can consider it. I hope everything goes smoothly for your guild. There. Now do you see what I mean, Mr. Yang?
There does appear to be an element of her talking to herself.
Mr. Yang's trying to put it very, like, nicely.
Forget about it. How are you gonna clone your bat?
Mr. Yang mentioned the Express's next voyage is to send a passenger back home. Could this lady be from the Xianzhou Alliance?
Yes, more specifically, the Xianzhou Laofu.
The Laofu? Didn't the Antimatter Legion launch an ambush on the Laofu some time ago? Was she one of the few survivors?
Quite the contrary. She might have been the person closest to the Eye of the Storm.
Looks like there's a lot more to this story.
Story for another time. As host of the Dreamscape, do you have any suggestions for fixing this problem?
I don't have much to go on now. Perhaps we should talk to the other Miss Tingyuns here.
My man's like, we'll think about it.
Oh, you're here again. So, what's your decision?
I'm still deliberating. I'm so highly sought after that it's only right I give it careful consideration.
Aha! I knew it! I always have an eye for talented people. No problem. Take your time.
Interesting. Flower enthusiast.
That
Oh,
sounds nice. People never forget a personally prepared home-cooked meal. But then again, gifts should be lasting. What about a delightful new bouquet of flowers on the table each day? Wouldn't they do a better job at brightening up someone's day? That sounds like a good idea.
silver tongue Tingyun.
If we really want to do this right, though, it's the thought behind the gift that truly matters. The more thought goes into the gift, the better the recipient feels it. She makes a valid point, too.
You sure have a way of not offending anyone.
These three Tingyuns don't look like they'll be reaching a conclusion anytime soon. We won't be able to get a word in.
So, what do you think, Sonny?
Let's try a different name, my dear friend.
Sunday's like, no to that one. I veto it.
Oh, don't we sound chummier that way? I took a leaf out of this Foxian girl's book.
The problem with Miss Tingyun is just as I suspected before. That prank shattered her into notes that are each a part of her. In other words, it means the Tingyuns we see here are all different aspects of her psyche.
Okay. You just made it sound a whole lot more complicated.
At any rate, this is a known occurrence across the dreamscape. Tuning could be the way to fix it. The only problem is that these Miss Tingyuns are too caught up in their own world. Is there one we can properly speak with?
One that we can speak with? Oh, I think there is one. But it may take me a while to identify her. Looks like they still haven't decided on anything yet.
Well, if you ask me, take the people pleaser out of the picture, and they'll arrive at a conclusion in no time at all.
You're hoping for them to get into a fight, aren't you?
Lamau. Alright, can't speak to these. Can't speak to those. Can't speak to these. A lordly trash can. Interesting. Money grubber. She seems completely oblivious to everything else and is just standing there, continuously operating the cash viewer, occasionally letting out an excited
Why do I
laugh.
feel like it's not gonna be a wise move to interrupt her?
Probably because it would not be. Alright, let's see. Invincible Fan Wielder Tingyun. Can't speak to those. And Kitty Tingyun.
Huh? Ugh, yikes. She's scary. No, I won't be able to talk to her. Huh? You can't fly? Why? I can. I can fly. A long, long time ago, a big girl flew with me really high into the sky. I'll take you next time. Pinky promise? Should we get someone to watch over her?
Nah, I think she's perfectly fine on her own. The childlike innocence that adults have is a lot more resilient than you can imagine.
Even if that's true, it doesn't apply to her.
That's all the Tingyuns, though. When you get out here, there are no more Tingyuns.
Oh, were you all looking for me? Oh, were you all looking for me?
Found her! If I remember correctly, this Miss Tingyun's trait is...
It's nothing special, really.
She ought to meet your one we can properly speak with requirement, right?
Worth a try, my lady. If I may, I wish to perform a tuning on you.
Before you start, you should know that we're keeping our eyes on you. If you even think about taking Miss Tingyun hostage...
Gravitational disintegration. There are 4 pairs of eyes between the 3 of us. Formidable people in all of Penacony.
It is not my intention to provoke you. Perhaps, as assurance, we can have my friend here perform the task in my stead. One week has a higher mastery of the harmony than I do.
That is true.
If you still have concerns, you are also free to restrain me while he performs the tuning.
There's no need for that. You're acting so... sincere. I'm actually surprised.
Are you all right with this, Miss Tingyun?
I go as the wind blows, so you may decide for me.
Then kindly forgive our intrusion. Please do your best, One Week.
What the... Did any of you hear a voice just now?
A voice?
Never mind.
Look! It's working!
Is it? I imagine that's the
Never did I expect that every encounter with you would always be in moments of distress. Did I conduct myself improperly?
interesting. Fantelia.
Yoon, you're finally back! You may be small, but you're pretty amazing. Huh? What's wrong?
It's nothing. Just a trivial matter.
What do you sense?
I should have let you handle it yourself. This girl is not as ordinary as she appears. I nearly died. Just now.
Ooh. Darkness descends before the eyes, reminiscent of the chaos before the birth of the universe. Amidst this chaos...
Don't be afraid. What is this place? No matter what you see, you only need to remember one thing. You're not alone.
That's creepy.
Who are you? And who am I? Is that where I came from? And where does this path lead?
Is this where I'm going, essentially? Oh, that would be creepy. Please don't call her big sister. Temporarily added Miss Fugu. Let me just... swap him out for her.
Benefactor.
So we can look at her design a little more closely. First of all, the fact that she reassembled with the flowers, very... Ooh, her fan has a fox design on it. Oh, I don't like they're just hanging out back there. But she has like this flower thing on her neck, which is very similar to Fantilia, along with all these flower designs on her. She has the abundance eye markers that are on a lot of abundance people. Interesting. And then her tail is of course a different color now than her normal tail.
That looks so familiar. Does she want to lead me somewhere?
The life support pod is ready. There were only minor issues.
I need to move my heater closer to me. I am so cold.
That's great. Otherwise, that person from the Xianzhou might not be able to hold on much longer.
You're still trying. There's no precedent for saving someone who was destroyed by a Lord Ravager. Will it even work?
I'm not a genius, so I don't understand the logic behind it. But if she says it's possible, then it must be.
Excuse me. Could you tell me where I am? Can they not hear me?
It's either a memory or she's having an out-of-body experience.
This girl is...
Observation log. Day 6. Though extremely rare, the observed subject has started to provide short answers for some simple questions, even though her cognition is still in a chaotic state. From what has been observed so far, she's not incapable of composing long and complex sentences. However, an unbearably intense pain would immediately attack her with high frequency, enough to interrupt her thoughts or even render her temporarily unconscious. The relevant information should be delivered to Madame Runmei for her to decide whether the observed subject's senses should be temporarily numbed before conducting a questioning. Correction, we have temporarily blocked the subject's various senses and are trying as much as we can to alleviate their pain. No further questioning will be made until the body's repair has made some progress. Until then, this is a record of the questions that I've observed. Subject has already answered. Number 1, what is your name? The subject replied within 3 seconds, Ting Yun. Number 2, what did you encounter? The observed subject spent a substantial period of time in rumination before suffering from intense pain and losing their consciousness. After being questioned 4 times, it can be confirmed that the observed subject knows about the related details, but struggles to elucidate that knowledge during the limited periods of coherence.
What a familiar name. Do I know her?
You are Ting Yun, so yes.
Don't question it. Keep moving forward.
It's you again. Who's talking to me?
Ranmei and or Ting Yun themselves.
These are wounds left by the destruction. They have taken root within your body and cannot be removed.
That sounds like Ranmei.
The destruction? I don't understand. Please, who are you? And why won't you show yourself?
I can't go to you. All I can do is wait for you to finish walking this path.
Yeah, definitely is saying that that's Ranmei because they showed the gene icon here, and that's all over Ranmei's outfits, so.
You want me to go through here? Do I have to fight it?
There's no need for that. It's too dangerous, and you can't do it anyway. Don't fight it. Embrace it. Try to coexist with it. Think of it as feeling your own scars.
My scars? Wait! Is this called coexisting?
Don't worry. As I said before, you're not alone.
Trinity is before me.
Oh
Dreams
my
do
gosh.
come true.
Not my Sunday, just absolutely wrecking them violently now.
Let the show begin!
Cloud scattered.
I doubt farewell. Spend freely. Bust. Or maybe I'll take it all. Let's improvise. Let the show begin!
Share good fortunes.
Trinity is before me.
Dream vanished.
Let the show begin!
Let us dance once more.
Oh, her ult's cool.
Watch over you. Guide you on your path. Dreams do come true.
Cloud scattered. How can it be? Why are there still so many of them?
You went through a lot, Ting Yun.
The ones from before weren't defeated either?
As I said before, you can't defeat them. No one can. You can fall into the darkness and die alongside these scars of the destruction. Or bring them with you when you return to the world here. These are your 2 choices.
Return to the world? What are you saying? Oh. No wonder those 2 ignored me. Am I just a wandering spirit now?
Close, but not quite.
So, I'm trapped between life and death? Existing in a limbo?
You can think of it that way.
Based on what you said, even if I should wake up, these wounds that caused my death will remain on my body and never heal? I don't understand.
appear to be trying to save me, benefactor. But why are you telling me all this?
It's a habit of mine. I believe everyone should have the right to choose whether they wish to return to this world or not.
Be that as it may, I don't remember anything. There's nothing to help me make a choice.
That doesn't matter. I believe the desire to live was born from nothing to begin with.
I wonder if that means, like, because nihility is nothing, right? The Eon of Nihility, number 6, number 9? What is it? It's a number something. Is like nothing and returning to nothing. I wonder if that's like a subtle hint that maybe the abundance was created from the Eon of Nihility.
You may also prove yourself to be the exception. I would also be pleased with that result.
Yeah, see, her tail is dark, is the same color as her hair originally.
How troublesome. But I suppose that's part of living.
Survival or destruction is no longer a choice for you. They both now grow along the same path, and only by walking this path will you break through the darkness and arrive at my side. Feeling more awake? Congratulations. You attained your very first victory in this tug of war. It's a good start.
This is...
Let me explain. You were attacked by a Lord Ravager. By all rights, you should not have survived. But someone didn't agree with that assessment. And it just so happens, I was able to fulfill his request.
What about the other merchants?
I don't know.
Why me?
Because you were the most unfortunate. You fell into the hands of that Lord Ravager, who destroyed your body and spirit. Yet, you were also the most fortunate. Her desire to claim everything about you for herself meant she needed time, so you were spared instant annihilation. There is only a fine line between resurrection and escaping death. Yet, they couldn't be more different. If you had truly died, I would have been powerless to do anything for you.
My body feels strange.
I'm sorry. I can't let you regain your ability to feel just yet. You'd be in excruciating pain. Your body was contaminated by the destruction and suffered severe damage. As I said before, these wounds will stay with you for the rest of your life. To prevent its resurgence, I made some minor modifications to your body. Or more specifically, your tail. You'll have to learn to adapt to it. Unfortunately, the inescapable price of survival is often more adversity.
Regardless, I'm grateful to you for saving my life.
There's no need for that. This was merely a transaction.
I wonder who the he is, if it's like Jing Yuan.
With this, the debt between the traveling merchant and me is clear.
Ooh, traveling merchant, Locha?
Who?
Don't worry about it. You should sleep for a little longer. By the time you wake up, you won't remember any of these details. I'll arrange for someone to send you home. Which reminds me, You seem to have some dependable friends with close ties to you. You should go with them. It can only help with your recovery to hear more about your past.
At this point, past events revealed by the tuning recede to the darkness once more.
Are you alright?
Did I pass out?
But okay, so they explained why her tail is now a different color. It's because Ranmei did something.
The tuning rebounded and affected 1 week instead. This is no ordinary woman.
I suppose there's no point in hiding it from you anymore. Miss Tingyun is originally from the Xianzhou. She had an unfortunate encounter with a Lord Ravager who robbed her of her identity and left her on the verge of death. While she miraculously escaped with her life, her body suffered terrible injuries beyond all power to heal.
But something happened to change that outcome?
Yes, a genius got involved. She's very accomplished in the field of life sciences and managed to grant Miss Tingyun a shot at survival. After that, she asked the Express to escort Miss Tingyun back home. We made a stop at Penacony along the way, partly to allow her some time to convalesce.
I'm so sorry. I thought no one would be affected if I hid inside a dream. I didn't expect so many mishaps to happen.
That's alright. So long as nobody was hurt. Can I get something to drink? I feel like I've been asleep for 10 years.
That's fine. We should find another place to talk anyway. We drew some attention with that commotion earlier.
Shortly after. Sheepay.
So glad again. I'm a local, you know.
You'll have to make do.
In any case, I must thank the both of you for your assistance.
It was nothing. Now that the matter with Miss Tingyun is resolved, are we meeting your other 2 companions next?
There's no need for that. Mr. 1 Week is in poor condition, so let's wrap up your farewells. I'll leave Miss Tingyun in your hands.
Huh? But, Mr. Yang, the messenger from the Xianzhou is almost here. You're not coming with us?
I trust that you can handle it. Besides, Himiko will be there. She'll be able to handle any decisions should we run into any difficulties.
Okay. We better hurry then. Ridiculous! How come I keep bumping into colleagues?
Where are you planning to go next?
Could you give me some time to think about it?
Shall we keep going then? Did you forget already? Miss Tingyun is going back to the Alliance, so we're here to help her pick out souvenirs.
I'm not too familiar with this planet. I'm worried an unscrupulous cutthroat merchant will try to take advantage of me. Luckily, the people I want to buy these gifts for are friends you already know on the Xianzhou. So I'll be counting on both your stakeholder intuitions for recommendations.
As if a merchant could seriously take advantage of you.
No, I already picked up a few gifts earlier. So that means there's only 3 more left to go. But we've already lost a lot of time. So we'd better not drag our feet.
Where are we going? Over here. Okay.
Welcome. How can I help you?
Hello there. It's my first time visiting the Dreamscape, so I wanted to buy some local specialties as souvenirs for my friends back home. My 2 friends here are more familiar with the Dreamscape and recommended your shop, so I'm here to take a look.
Why, you really know how to flatter. Go ahead. Browse all you like.
First we have Lady Fuxuan of the Divination Commission. What do you think best suits her?
Did you pick that because of her third eye?
A meticulously thought out and interesting suggestion. It'll make for a novel gift. Let's go with that. Next is General Jing Yuan.
Now he is the one that needs the eye mask. See, I want to say this, but I feel like he would enjoy the film reel.
Come to Clock Studios theme park to learn more about the history of the planet of festivities. I think the General will like this gift. Finally, we have Lady Bailu of the Alchemy Commission. She loves excitement.
Oh, just get her food. It's fine. I think this would be so cute, and also I want these. What do you mean you can get the wing accessories? I want them. I feel like she'd like the hair clip more, but like this sounds fun. But she's already got a lot going on, so hair clip.
You carry yourself with such dignity and grace, but you still have the heart of a child. Lady Bailu loves these types of accessories. Let's go with your suggestion. That's all of them. Please wrap them up for me. Thanks to both your help, everything went smoother than I expected. And it looks like we still have some time to spare.
Why don't we pay another visit to the Dreamscape sales store? You can find memory bubbles pretty much anywhere, but Penacony's dream bubbles are extraordinary. Even if we don't get them as gifts, we can keep them as souvenirs for ourselves.
A souvenir for myself? That's definitely an idea I can get behind. But there's one more thing I wish to do. Since this is our last stop, could I have a word with you two in private?
Obviously.
This is a good spot.
Miss Ting Yun, what's this about?
You've looked out for me during our travels together these past few days. I'm truly grateful and can't thank you enough, but there are some things I find difficult to forget. I feel it's only right that I tell you what's on my mind before we part ways. Do you two still remember what it was like when you first saw me?
How could we forget? He was so shocked. He was frozen in place when he shouted.
Exactly. And that's precisely why I haven't been able to shake off this strange feeling in the days since I started traveling with you. When I asked for your names, I couldn't help but think that this first encounter was actually a long-awaited reunion for you. I've heard about what happened to you on the Xianzhou. And I've got to admit that Fantilia's disguise was so perfect, it was like another me tricking everyone.
Yeah, we couldn't even tell when you were replaced by Fantilia. I figured it happened when we were after Kafka. You vanished for a while. I thought you must have come back as a double.
But it was much earlier than that. That thought has me filled with sorrow. As if a piece of my life had been stolen away, and I had no part in it. That's what I've been puzzled about too. I never actually saw how Fantilia managed to disguise herself as me. What was your impression of that Tingyun, if you recall? That part is true. I'm always calculating when it comes to business, but never with people. So, what did she seem like to you? I'll just assume that's a compliment. Maybe next time you could just say silver-tongued. Was there anything particularly memorable?
That's true. I'd love to learn how you do it.
Now the final question. In your eyes, am I just like the Tingyun you remember?
Not really. You're softer, if that makes any sense whatsoever.
Wait, don't you find that question a bit weird? You're the real Tingyun. Why compare yourself to an imposter?
Oh, Miss March, you might have the wrong idea. I'm just feeling a mix of regret and relief.
Uh-huh.
As a merchant, staying well informed is crucial. It's only natural for me to stay updated on the events of the Lawfu before I return. If I had rushed in and out back then, I wouldn't have been much help. Instead, I would have postponed the trip and sought assistance from allies, but in that case...
We wouldn't have crossed paths.
Exactly.
Oh, my allergies.
Based on your description, that Lord Ravager was indeed cunning. Her demeanor mirrored mine so closely that it felt like she was living my life for a few days, rather than merely disguising herself. I regret missing out on your Sanjo journey. But everything that unfolded afterward, aside from the scheming, played out exactly as if I'd been there. This leads me to consider another possibility. Phantilia had stolen a piece of my life, and a Foxian always gets even. I will not be taken advantage of. I must take something back from her as well, but after thinking it over, the only thing that could be considered equal value is the bond I have with all of you. That thought has brought me great comfort. And now I know how to speak to you properly. We've never even met before, and here you are, offering your help, just as before. I should have treated you with respect, but fear of Phantilia made me act like somebody else. And now, I will reclaim everything I have lost. And it should begin with a proper acknowledgement. Dear benefactors, I extend my heartfelt gratitude to you. Looks like we're off to a good start. Moving forward, I'll definitely be trying more things like this from now on. And you, my dear benefactors, will be my source of courage.
Miss Tingyun, that's way too over the top. Just don't make any risky decisions. It might overwhelm him.
We'll see. I just hope the Tingyun in your memories won't be tainted by Phantilia anymore. All right, no more questions. I hope I didn't take up too much of your time. Let's
continue on our way. Sorry. She has a very, like, comforting and, like, slow-paced cadence. Answer Tingyun's final question as she departs. Okay, we're getting there. We got, like, 3 more. Feathers Eternal, Sky Complete. A new venture on the 8th Dawn. Speak Memory. Alright, where are we going now? Oh, around the corner. Got it.
Watch your step now.
A dream about eons? Welcome to the Dreamscape Sandstorm. Dr. Edward at your service.
We're looking for some dreams to give as gifts. Something exotic and preferably captivating.
Just a friendly reminder, being too picky won't help you find the best dream. Just dampen your spirits ahead of time. That being said, there are always some lucky exceptions. Not too long ago, I procured a dream bubble that sounds perfectly. The story unfolds in the Shinjo Alliance, where a young sword master strives to become the sword champion. However, this junior Foxian sword just turned 100, puts him in a tough spot.
Why does that sound oddly familiar?
Since I'm returning to the Xianzhou, I think it's better to choose something unrelated to the Alliance. feel free to pick a few for me.
I love customers like you. So easy to work.
So easy to take advantage of, you mean? Just don't pick anything weird, okay?
Oh, speaking of dreamscapes, I have a gift for you, my benefactors. After troubling you all this time, I couldn't leave without properly expressing my thanks. Here's a dream bubble for you. I hope you enjoy it.
Wow. That's really nice of you.
I mean, if we're allowed to keep them, I honestly would pick a dream bubble that's just like if I could choose a dream bubble, it would literally just be a dream bubble of like the beach on a nice sunny day, because the dream bubbles you experience, like you're actually there. So I would just pick that kind of dream bubble, like just something where if I'm feeling tired, I can just go into and relax and like feel, and then like that's the kind of thing I'd have, like the beach or like a nice sunset. Like I would probably pick comforting ones instead of action-packed ones to just like relax in.
Here are the dream bubbles I prepared for you. Thank you for your business.
Well, it looks like everything's finally in order. I suppose it's time to head back?
Tingyun's dream bubble. Speaking of, while I'm in here. Oh, I don't have that fully maxed out. I thought for sure I would have. Interesting. I can't wait till we get more pets. Oh, we're going to the Radiant Felspar. Okay.
Can't believe it's time for Miss Ting-Yoon to leave. I'm not ready to say goodbye just yet.
I'm battling my demons, and by that I mean my allergies.
Yeah, we got delayed on the way. Mr. Yang will explain in detail when he gets back. Has the messenger from the Cienjo arrived yet?
Yes, we've been chatting for a while. Turns out she's an old acquaintance of yours. I imagine it has to be Yukong, right? Like if your child comes back from the dead after you've done a whole funerary service for them, there's no way if you get a message from the Astral Express being like, hey, we have your kid back from the dead, that you're not going out there personally to meet them, right? I thought so.
Long time no see, everyone.
Also, how Yukong, as Tingyun's mother, is not absolutely like tearing this place apart, running towards Tingyun, and squeezing her back into an early grave is beyond me.
Madame Yukong?
I've imagined this moment many times. I was worried I might embarrass myself in front of you. I even rehearsed every word beforehand. But now it seems it was unnecessary. Tingyun, I'm here to take you home.
Hug. 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 You two must have a lot to catch up on after being apart for so long. We'll give you some space.
Madame Yukong, I wasn't expecting it to be you. What a wonderful surprise.
I wanted to come because, after all, it's you who's coming home.
Yeah, me of all people.
No. No self-deprecation.
Your body. It's going to be tough from now on, isn't it?
I've already escaped death once. What more could I ask for? Also, it's not all bad. I might even beat you at arm wrestling now.
You're still the same. Carefree as always. I have a lot I'd like to tell you, but I'll save it for the road. It's a long journey back to the Luofu. Even if we can't completely rid you of the pain, there must be ways to alleviate it on the Xianzhou.
I have no doubt. But since we're alone here, may I ask you one more thing? Do I really have to go back to the Luofu?
Why? You don't want to?
Despite Fantilia's ruthlessness, she spared me when I should have been eliminated. And why did Miss Ron Mei, who has no ties to the Xianzhou, go out of her way to save me? It seems as if I've become a pawn in someone else's game.
There are people within the Alliance who also believe that the suspect is now on the Yuchua.
If that's the case, it's all the more reason for me not to return to the Luofu and complicate things. I might as well take advantage of this situation.
Take advantage of the situation? What do you mean?
Right now, the marks of ruin inside me maintain a delicate balance. Moreover, they were created by Fantilia herself. If possible, please inform the General, and arrange for me to meet with the Marshal. Maybe this body of mine can help the Alliance get one step closer to the Xianzhou's enemies.
When Ron Mei visited the Luofu earlier, she mentioned what happened to you. This coincided with when the message sent by the Astral Express arrived. The Arbiter Generals concluded that Fantilia did not intend for you to survive. If utilized strategically, this could give the Alliance an element of surprise. If we follow this plan, we must keep your resurrection hidden. But before making any decisions, I want to know what you think. If you wish to go home, I'll support you, no matter what others may say.
Then I'm glad. I shall save you the trouble of hearing what those people may say.
The road ahead is perilous. If you decide to take it, I won't stop you. Maybe I'm being selfish, but I still want to know. Are you choosing this because it's what you really want?
I've come to see myself clearly in this dream journey. Perhaps it's what people call a blessing in disguise. There is someone who can attest to my true intentions. Please follow me. She should be around here somewhere.
Is that...
After a strange encounter, I was fragmented into multiple Tingyuns, each embodying a different aspect of my memories. And one of them hasn't returned to me, because she ventured too far. Until now.
You mean her? What is she doing?
She's captivated by something that has deeply mesmerized me. As a fleeting emotion, she's no different from a newborn. Her boarding this ship was solely down to her inner impulse. Madame Yukong, do you remember? Perhaps that was just an ordinary flight for you, but for a certain child, that was her first experience with the sky.
Of course I remember. Back then, you were still young enough for me to carry.
You probably still can. Want to give it a try?
I'm afraid you'd be too heavy for me now.
Just kidding.
I remember you kept begging me to take you to the star skiff, and even dreamed of becoming a pilot. But once you were airborne, you were so nervous but you clung to others for dear life.
This flight was a turning point in my life. The boundless cosmos unfolded before me. I was completely mesmerized, not just by the view, but by a realization. In this world, there are paths beyond waiting for us to explore. Even though I lacked the talent to pilot the star skiff and wasn't much of a warrior, I still chose to travel around with the Merchant Guild. Even to this day, this thrill still courses through me.
That hasn't changed?
Never. Now I can embark once more on my journey as a traveler of no return, exploring the paths that lie beyond. Speaking of which, how are things with the Whistling Flames?
I've left Yan Ming in charge for now. He's reliable, but he can be a bit extreme, and might not always follow your principles as a traveling merchant.
My principles. Forsake what others fight for, and take what others abandon. That's the way to navigate the world and achieve my goals. I will continue to uphold my principles. But now I've also learned that while these merchant principles may apply to humans, they falter in the face of the gods.
But this shouldn't fall on your shoulders to begin with. You are simply an innocent survivor in this war.
I like how I fully mixed up Tingyun with an NPC. Because Yukong has a child, but they're an NPC, and for some reason my brain thought it was Tingyun. Scratch that. But also, oops.
Madame Yukong, you were once a survivor in the war too, weren't you? In a hazy dream, I vaguely remember someone telling me that the inescapable price of survival is often more adversity. But, Madame Yukong, the gods use humans as pawns in their cosmic game, sacrificing countless innocent souls. Have you ever thought about making them pay?
Every moment of every day. But as inconsequential as we are, how can we escape the fate of being mere pawns? If I could choose, I would never want you to become a pawn. I just wish you could still be that carefree little fox, not caught up in this war.
Don't be disheartened, Madame Yukong. Thanks to the favor of the Lord Ravager, I've become a player in this game. Remember, it's often the unassuming pawns, the lone traveler, or the worm that subdues the dragon, that leave even the best strategists helpless. So, now I'll become a cunning speck of dust, and make those masterminds behind the curtains sneeze a few times.
A moment of silence lingers after that. Departure is often indistinguishable from parting, yet they are fortunate enough not to have to waver between the two. But luck never seems to favor everyone. Oh, we're going back to Sunday. Meanwhile, at Dream's Edge.
Is this place also affected by the Order?
No, I'm just here to bid farewell. I changed my mind along the way. This journey has too many variables, so it shouldn't matter if we add another.
How did you know she would be here?
I didn't. I had a hunch and decided to try my luck. It seems I can be lucky sometimes.
It's not like you to leave things to luck.
I'm trying to change too.
I don't think you need a bystander in this scenario. Go on ahead.
You're not worried I'll take the opportunity to escape?
I believe you're the kind of person that has the ability and desire to use everything to your advantage. But that everything does not include Miss Robin.
Thank you.
Now then, Mr. 1 Week.
I'm not leaving. No way.
Let him stay. He won't be in the way. I actually need 1 week to be there. She shouldn't be seen talking to a fugitive, no matter the circumstances.
You don't intend to reveal your true identity to her?
Both parties don't have to be aware that this is a farewell. I shouldn't put her at risk for my selfishness.
As you wish.
Shall we go then?
Let's go. Our journey can't begin if I can't take this first step.
Speak memory. Let's switch to Sunday, of course. Oh, this is painful. I did all of the... What? Why is there a puzzle there? There shouldn't be a puzzle there. I've done all of the puzzles in this area.
I didn't expect to see you here, Miss Robin.
Oh, wait, Robin doesn't have a voice. Okay, it's nice to meet you, miss. May I know your name?
My name is Wanweek. I'm a member of the Nightingale family.
Oh, you're a Dreamweaver. Thank you for all your hard work. You all are the reason the Dreamscape has been able to recover from this crisis.
You're too kind, Miss Robin. You must be very busy. What brings you here to Dream's Edge?
I'm taking a break. I wanted to find a quiet place to relax. Ideally, somewhere where I could see the stars. Before I knew it, I'd walked all the way here. I know these stars only exist in the dream, but...
Well, perhaps the dreamscape is not so different from reality. When we look up into the night sky, the stars aren't really there. The glimmering lights we see are merely the images of stars from long ago. So, have we ever truly seen a real sky full of stars?
Robin's like, that just gave it away. Gave the game away. Oh, she knows. You're very philosophical, Miss Wanweek. You remind me of someone I know. Do you work nearby?
No. Today is my rest day. There's going to be a show later, so I came early to find a good seat.
A show? Here?
It's somewhere farther away. They say it's a farewell performance. The kind that's better to listen to from afar than watch it performed live.
I see. In that case, the observation deck is a good choice. You can see all of Penacony from here. Distance can make some things appear more beautiful.
Miss Robin, may I stay here with you to gaze at the stars before the show begins?
Of course, you don't have to be so courteous. I should be the one asking. This is Dream's Edge, after all, and the Dreamweavers are its true masters. I feel like 1 week's gonna take off the disguise. No? Maybe?
Still, these stars are unfamiliar to me. I don't recognize any of them, and it makes me feel uneasy.
What makes you feel this way? Is it because the sky is so far away, or because it's the unknown?
Perhaps it's both. The Stellaron disaster may not have had any real consequences, but many guests still chose to check out. Now the hotel feels quieter than before. It makes me wonder what Penacony's future will be like. I just hope it will not negatively affect you, Miss Robin.
Fighting for my life against these allergies. You're too kind. I'll be fine. The disaster was unexpected, but because of it, I was able to witness many pasts and think about many futures. My only real regret is that I left some things unsaid.
Did the person you wanted to say them to leave?
Yes, he left in such a hurry that I didn't even get the chance to say goodbye.
Sometimes, what's in your heart doesn't need to be dressed up in words. Maybe he already knows what you wanted to say.
But don't you think we should put in some effort when we want to encourage someone?
If you don't mind me asking, who is it that you wish to encourage?
It's someone who experienced failure recently and is about to embark on a long journey.
There are many such people on Penacony. Failure is like the setting sun to a dream chaser. It's something that happens every day. I believe they all have the willpower to start anew. Especially after receiving a smile from you, Miss Robin.
But he's different. He's stronger than most ordinary people, but because of it, people have this misconception. They think that when he falls, he will stand back up faster than anyone else.
Are you saying that's not true?
It's not, because before he stands up again, he will hesitate and agonize for ages whether that is the right course of action.
Failure may be a good thing for someone like that. Being able to reflect on one's actions is a valuable quality to have.
You may be right, but I still hope that he'll never change.
Why is that?
Because I have faith in the person I remember him to be. He may have taken the wrong approach when he failed, but I don't think he had the wrong intentions. We once stood together at the same starting line, but now it's his turn to fly for the stars. I believe he'll find the right path, even if he has to do it alone. We don't have to soar in the sky together, because I know we'll reunite one day up there in the clouds.
I hope so.
Miss One Week, may I ask a favor? There's a jigsaw here. I'd like to finish it before I leave. If I have a Dreamweaver's help, maybe I'll be able to fill in the missing pieces.
The dream jigsaw. I see. I'll do my best.
Don't worry if you can't find them. Just think of it as us taking a walk together.
I'm still inexperienced, so let's just hope we get lucky.
Thank you anyway. I expect the first jigsaw piece will be a part of the starry sky. As for the other piece, I hope it will symbolize wings. Oh, no wonder there's a puzzle here. It's part of this storyline. I was supposed to be like, I finished all these puzzles, dang it.
It seems we've been blessed with good fortune today.
Is this? A scrawled note was left here. May your sky be forever radiant. It seems familiar.
Another Dreamweaver probably left this behind. It's a habit for this profession. They hope to use these blessings as a foundation for the dreamscape. The second jigsaw piece. Is this a pair of wings or a decoration made of feathers?
Maybe it's somewhere in between the two. It's a pair of broken wings.
We should keep looking.
It's okay. Let's use this one. Just as before, a note was placed carefully next to the puzzle, like someone got here a step earlier. May your stage be forever illustrious. One more thing, staying fit is important, but don't forget to eat well too. Oh, we only needed 2 of them? Okay. And this is the bird that they took care of when they were children.
It's done. Have a look.
I hope we get this and we can put it in our train car. This picture. The painting feels like a blessing and also seems to mirror someone's resolve. Even when the broken wings no longer belong to the sky, the direction in which they fall will still be towards the stars.
Soon, I shall travel to those unfamiliar stars, none of which I recognize. But as long as you continue to gaze upon them from here, then those unfamiliar stars will one day be the place of our reunion.
They're gonna make me cry again, not this. You still couldn't bear to say goodbye in the end. Maybe I'm stronger than you think. You must try to relax on your long journey. Brother.
That didn't seem like a perfect goodbye.
It's enough. I only meant to stay quietly by her side for a bit. But why did you do those unnecessary things?
What things?
Those 2 notes. If someone finds them, they can be used as evidence against her.
Huh. So you can do whatever you want as many times as you want, but I can't? I don't want to live with regret for the rest of my life either.
Live with regret?
We're almost done saying our goodbyes, right?
Yes. We only have one last stop.
Is 1 week supposed to be a representation of Sunday as a child or something?
But before we leave, I have a question I'd like to ask you, Mr. Yang. I'm curious. Why did you become a nameless?
Why the sudden interest?
I always had a feeling that you would never give up on someone who needed help. After spending time with you, I'm even more convinced of this assessment. At this very moment, there are countless worlds above the skies still waiting for the arrival of the Astral Express. Yet you and your companions have chosen to stay here. All for an old friend you never knew, and a notorious fugitive. To trailblaze means to forge ahead. Yet, you stop and spend precious time on people just passing by. All the while...
That's not
Oh,
what I
sorry.
did at all. Besides, the watchmaker also made a similar choice.
Anyway, to trailblaze means to forge ahead, yet you stop and spend precious time on people just passing by, all the while you believe this is the natural course of action?
And because of that, he bid farewell to the Express and never walked among the stars again in his lifetime.
Not all journeys lead to the stars. Even if we leave the Express, some trailblazing paths will still continue. You can think of it this way. The title of Nameless doesn't belong to any one person. Each individual will have their own view of what it means to walk this path and will always try their best, no matter the situation. The goal of my trailblazing is not the unknown world, but every living being who exists under the stars. In my homeland, the name Welt means world. It suggests that each person is a world unto themselves, and that we harbor as many possibilities as the distant stars. The connections I gain on my journey are what is most precious to me. This is my way of the trailblaze and the reason why I decided to stay here.
Why me?
Like I said before, I left my home in a hurry too. I know how you feel right now. I also know that a person will only be able to truly face themselves once they've decided to say goodbye to their past. The same way you're doing right here, right now. There was never a third person with us, was there?
I told you he'd find out.
I should have known nothing could escape your keen eyes. Since you already know 1 week's secret, there's no need for me to build up suspense. Let's go. We'll head straight for the finale and take our final bow in this farewell performance.
Feather Eternal Sky complete. So I was right. I got it there at the end, but I was right. It's like I figured it out right before they just flat told us, but you know, points for like 30 seconds of knowledge
I know you can
ahead.
hide your appearance, but trespassing on restricted family grounds is still a bold move.
Don't worry, I won't take too much time. I was a child when I first visited the Grand Theater. I remember seeing the light behind the curtains from here, and believing it to be the morning star guiding me toward the land of the dreams. When I returned here many years later as the head of the Oak family, I finally learned that the light was actually a Stellaron.
Now that you've returned to the stage, what are you planning to do?
Prepare for my departure. I've always believed that a person's starting point should also be his last stop. Have you ever seen the elderly at the end of their lives? As they welcome their final moments, they invariably raise their hands, stretching their arms into the emptiness. Much like how babies also stretch their arms into the air when they are first born, humanity flaps their wings twice as they complete their journey. Once when they are born, and once when they die. In order to flap my own wings and soar again. I will say goodbye, here, to the me of yesterday.
I was kind of hoping for Baby Sunday, you know? Like, we've seen Baby Sunday in those cards. But also, essentially, the Oak family head Sunday is also a good representation, too.
I really hate this face. My expressions feel so dull and lifeless.
I see. That explains why something always felt off about your appearance. The halo above your head that symbolizes the harmony. It's been missing since the moment we reunited.
Yeah, a lot of people have been pointing that out, like, where did his halo go, but...
It's true that this ring was bestowed upon our people by the heavens. But that doesn't mean it can't be thrown away.
But you should take your... I know you're using it for symbology purposes, but also you look so nice with your halo.
While I was in the gallery of thoughts, at the entrance of the dream, I chose to completely sever the halo from myself.
Why?
I am a fugitive, after all. I must remove any chance of being detected by the family. Another reason is to feel pain. A pain like falling from the sky with broken wings that can keep me awake. This is how I can cast aside all the blessings of the harmony and the order and, for the first time in my life, enter the sweet dream as an ordinary person.
Is that also how Mr. One Week came into this world?
No. You wouldn't believe the real story even if he told you. He was born from an accident. One that you're actually quite familiar with. It was that try not to laugh challenge. Quite embarrassing, to be honest. I was roaming around as an ordinary person when I unfortunately fell into that Pepeshi's trap. The prank that fragmented Miss Ting-Yun also divided my fragile self into two.
Are you saying that he's a part of you? That's quite surprising given that you two look nothing alike.
You could say he's another possibility of me. I too was once a child, with aspirations buried deep within. Over time, those childhood voices grew increasingly faint.
And yet they did not give us Baby Sunday. They gave us Baby Adventuring, but they're like, nope, no Baby Sunday for you. Truly tragic.
Maybe if I had made a small change in my childhood, I would have turned out to be exactly like him. What a pity. Failing to become a better version of yourself.
1 week is 1 week is something.
So, my final farewell will be like that of Miss Tingyun. I will perform a tuning on myself and return to my complete form. And this also means that 1 week will vanish for good. That's why I said this was the last stop. Is there a possibility that you will be the one who disappears? No. This is a foregone conclusion. But who's to say there won't be any changes? Maybe deep down, I'm also anticipating this possibility.
Regardless of the outcome, you will have a witness. I'll be waiting for you in the audience.
Much appreciated. Now, shall we begin? Anticipating this possibility. You've really changed. In the past, you wouldn't have tolerated any noise at all. I'm about to embark on an unknown journey, where it will be impossible to maintain my orderly life. I will have to navigate unexpected surprises, much like today. You're not ready at all, are you? I feel unsettled, maybe even scared. Ever since I left Penacony, I could no longer control everything. Don't flatter yourself. You can't control anything. But isn't that how it is for most people? My fear of the unknown may be a weakness, but your presence has shown me that surprises aren't always bad. Meeting you has been a great help to me, and I'm glad to have discovered this side of myself. I also feel grateful for the opportunity to tell you this in person.
I get the symbology of him losing his halo. I still am sad.
I truly dislike you. What? Are you sure you didn't mean the opposite? I must admit, many of your qualities strike a chord with me. There are times when I want to joke around, freely express my thoughts, or openly share my dislike of a person. Or my fondness. I want to tell her that I love all her songs. Then go for it, Sonny. You always talk about locking the bird in the cage, but you're the one who's trapped. Look at yourself. Besides discipline and hesitation, there's nothing else in your life. If you continue living like a slab of marble, you'll break into pieces when you fall. But I won't become like you. I simply can't. I dislike people who are frivolous. It makes me uncomfortable to even emulate them. If I fail, I will still uphold my principles, such as decorum and stateliness. As for the harmony, my stance remains the same. Whether it's you or the paths, if what I once doubted, or even opposed, becomes the force I must rely on in the future, then this time, my true heart will guide the tuning. I'll leave it to you. What is this? Leaving your fate entirely up to a coin flip? This isn't like you at all. Did you lose your mind after being run over by the Express? Or were you possessed by that IPC gambler? Failure is always the best teacher. To save more lives, you must first understand what they live for and what they die for. The best way to achieve this is through personal experience. You see? I'm already starting to make changes. Whether it's us merging or one of us disappearing, I'll leave the tuning to fate, and see if I can embrace all that I detest. Only then will I truly be able to walk among the living, in their world. But what if you can't do it? Well, that's out of my hands. It will just prove that I'm still the same person. The person who always disappoints his sister.
Well, dang. Oh, he got his halo back. Ah, can't we just keep this? I know it's all symbolic and whatnot, but like, look at him. He looks so delightful with his halo. I love his little like choir angels. They're so cute.
Falling is just another name for flying. That's why I rejoice at my broken wings. Step into the mortal world to see how it truly is. Then, be born as a human and die as one. And with my last breath, I'll join the weak in reaching my hands toward the sky. On the planet of festivities, whatever identities I once had, they no longer matter. It's not the gods who answer us, but ourselves from the future. I don't have much to say, but as it's time to part ways, here's one last piece of advice. When telling jokes, be sincere. Don't sweat the details, and above all, don't explain them every time. Never mind. Maybe it's better for you not to joke at all. No objections from me. This is so annoying. How did I become so dull? Well, despite everything, try not to be too hard on yourself. There will always be people who are sad. Planet of festivities, land of the dreams. I say goodbye to my home. Should one desire to leave the stage for good,
One must first step back onto the stage!
as expected, the trickiest thing is tuning yourself. These
Oh, it
distant
doesn't let me.
sounds are much too harsh. I will watch over you, guide you on your path.
Look, he has his halo. I love his halo, so it just bothers me.
Time for show no mercy.
Take the mood as such. Let the show begin! Dreams do come true. Hedge your bets. Spend freely. Echoes of the past. You need not fade away. Follow me. To the stars!
Bust.
Or maybe I'll take it all. Stay in step. Let's improvise. The mood is set, just let the show begin.
Nobody rests. Noise is space. Disorderly noise.
No dirty tricks, discipline will overcome the thorns. Serenity is before me.
farewell.
There's no time to lose.
Here, disorderly noise.
No dirty tricks.
Joy, eternal peace.
Let's improvise. Sure, I'll play along. The dice have been cast. Bust. Or maybe I'll take it all.
Disorderly noise.
Watch your head. Serenity is before me.
Conflict is imminent.
Time has come. Let it be revealed. Whenever for me. Stay in step. It's of no consequence. Watch your head.
Wisdom comes protection. Disorderly noise. Here, disorderly.
Doubt farewell.
Follow my charge.
Conflict is disorderly noise.
Mortal form. Watch over you. Guide you on your path. Mood is set. Let the show begin.
Show no mercy. Noisy. Wait for good time.
Take your positions. Hedge your bets. Heard the call. The dice have been cast. Bust. Or maybe I'll take it all.
Disorderly noise.
Serenity is before me.
Here, disorderly. Gods awaken.
No dirty tricks.
Disorderly noise.
We've hit
No
50%.
dirty tricks, all right. Let's improvise. No dirt. Watch your head.
Disorderly noise.
Doubt farewell.
There's no time to lose.
This watch over you. Guide you on your path.
Conflict is imminent.
Done.
Show no mercy. Disorderly noise.
Let the show begin. Sure, I'll play along. Dreams do come true.
Noise is fading. Disorderly noise.
The dice have bust. Or maybe I'll take it all. Seek and you shall receive. Serenity is before me.
Follow my charge.
Here, disorderly noise.
Let's improvise. Mood is set. Let the show begin. It's of no consequence.
Disorderly noise. Conflict is disorderly noise.
Oh. A very painting-esque. And also, his ultimate in the, when you're fighting that form that we were just fighting, he tries to do the same thing with the, Eon of Order.
On this 8th day, I grant myself departure.
How should I address you now? Mr. Sunday or Mr. One Week?
Whichever you prefer. He's probably mocking me from inside right now. Thank you for accompanying me through all this, Mr. Yang. This farewell journey has come to an end.
What are your plans after leaving Penacony?
Gonna pick up a new stray, Mr. Yang?
At this point, there's no need to hide things from you. I believe there's more to the incident involving the Stellaron on Penacony.
Are you suggesting that the Dream Master wasn't the one controlling the Stellaron?
Don't worry. The Oak family was indeed behind seizing the Stellaron and resurrecting the fallen Eon during the Charmony Festival, and you've already defeated them. But Mr. Gopherwood once told me that all the Order's efforts were aimed at avoiding the same mistakes that the Harmony made. My guess is that the family from the Montour system must be involved.
Montour system?
Unfortunately, too much time has passed to verify that. Penacony is just a small territory, and even the family heads with their authority cannot enter the sacred site of the Harmony and inquire about the true will of the Great One. In the worst-case scenario, if Xipe turned a blind eye, how could the strong defending the weak hold up? Mr. Yang, I just want to tell you this. The Harmony has more than one side. They can be the most steadfast ally of the Astral Express, or the most fearsome enemy.
Well, thank you for being honest with me. The efforts of the crew on Penacony were driven by the same concern. After all this, the Harmony and the Preservation will keep the situation on the planet of festivities in balance. With the momentum from the Trailblaze, more forces will arrive and Penacony will become a public space in the cosmos. Freedom is the only answer the Nameless can offer. I'm glad that Penacony needs it.
You and I both strive for a peaceful society, even if our reasons are different. And you've gone even further than I have. If not for our paths, perhaps you and I wouldn't be in opposition.
Don't sell yourself short. We're not fundamentally opposed. Otherwise, you wouldn't have shown me mercy in front of the Dream Master.
Did I skip something? I feel like I skipped something.
This shared journey is my way of repaying you. After all, you are one of my trailblazing goals.
Goals?
About that, you've given me many insights as well. Humans are the measure of everything, and no one is the sole savior. Creating a paradise remains one of my lifelong ambitions. As I move forward, I realize I must build it brick by brick. Therefore, I have a request that I hope you'll consider. While I lack the will to trailblaze, nor can I become a true Nameless. I admire your convictions. Perhaps what I need, more than asceticism, is knowledge. Therefore, after leaving Penacony, would you consider letting me come aboard the Astral Express and travel with you for now?
Oh. sometime later, back to the Trailblazer.
So this is why I brought him here. Mr. Sunday wants to join us on the Express. Of course, I can't make that decision alone.
But if you didn't support this idea, you wouldn't have brought him back. Well, I trust your judgment. If someone is willing to join us on our journey, the Express will be open to them. But this time is a bit different. Before making any decisions, Kalis, I want to hear what you think. In this battle, you were the one who directly confronted him. Your opinion holds the most weight.
I learned the most valuable lessons from my past opponents. Please, say whatever's on your mind.
I don't think you want me to. You are a noble person. You always want to be in control. You've disappointed many people. We knew he was a control freak. You're a perfectionist, always trying to control everything, even when it comes to yourself. Although we're going to be traveling further into an unknown once we leave Penacony, I guess a change the pace could do everyone some good. You have an unrealistic ideal. Have some hope in humanity. I agree with what you stand for. Maybe you're too pessimistic about humanity, but the Trailblaze isn't like that. We have to learn to have faith before embarking on this path. You must do the same. But we can be friends. Nothing is for certain anyway. An enemy yesterday may be a friend today. He can join. Finally, I'm no longer the newbie. Maybe we should hear everyone's opinion. I've had my eye on you at all times. I'll have my eye on you. I won't accept this, no matter what is said. Welcome aboard the Astral Express. I second that.
Well, you did get nerfed after turning into a good guy, so I guess I'm okay too.
Lamau, she's just like, yeah, they nerfed you once you became a playable character, because otherwise you'd be broke.
Thank you all for your forgiveness. Perhaps I'll find the answer I'm looking for on this journey. And when that day comes, it'll be farewell.
Man, already thinking about saying goodbye, sir?
Until then, rest assured that I will do my best to fulfill my duty as your companion.
Over here just already waving his death flag, okay. Oh, sorry, I always forget that Himiko does not have any voice right now. Looks like we've come to a decision. Remember to keep the conductor in the loop, too.
Now that our business on Penacony is settled, it's about time we get back on track and prepare for our next warp jump.
Love that we, pardon me. I like that it's just like, oh yeah, we're stakeholders in Penacony. Now we're just gonna take off with this fugitive. Yeah, but let me try contacting Madame Herta again before we set off. She helped us look into Emporius, even though nothing new came up. I should at least let her know we're leaving.
Try?
I tried contacting the space station several times, but I never got any response. Maybe there's a problem with the interastral network. It shouldn't be anything to worry about. What could happen on the Genius's home turf? Even the Antimatter Legion wouldn't stand a chance. For all we know, Madame Herta could be making a move again. Or something bad could be happening, considering the consecutive bad things that have happened.
No, we're still not quite there.
Mm-hmm.
Indeed, this is only a minor ripple that no one will ever notice. So, you must also understand, for a genius, the importance of asking questions outweighs the importance of the answers themselves. So-called magic has its own set of principles. There are no mysteries in this universe that cannot be solved. So,
all-seeing presence. I ask you this. What is divinity?
They're letting us get that that hint of the Herta, which is a 5-star that'll be coming very soon. Chat with Pom Pom. Oh, Black Swan is here.
You seem a little hesitant. You need some help.
Let me guess, you're not here to just chat, right? You want to know about the destination? What would you like to know? I have dabbled in such things, but it's not like I'm well versed in divination, nor do I believe in predetermined future. Compared to the future, I find your past more intriguing. It's better to call it my personal goal. It is my duty to salvage memories that are forgotten, while Amphorius is a treasure behind a window, with the eon's blinding light radiating from within, mesmerizing all. Unfortunately, I've never set foot there, hence my limited knowledge. What is certain is that the planet reflected in the mirror of the Garden of Recollection is no ordinary place, moreover, that it is a world where the three paths are entangled. Feel free to talk to me whenever you're feeling lost. Oh, Sparkle's here too. Man, everybody's in this party car. Sunday, you've joined us.
Sincerest greetings, as always.
I'll tell you everything I know, but I prefer not to be called that in the future. Please ask away, but I might not have a lot to share since I've only recently come on aboard. I'm trying to connect with everyone using my new identity, but I may need some time due to my personality. Mr. Yang showed me the captivating way of the Trailblaze during our travels. Truth be told, you've all been great teachers. The conductor taught me about the history of the Nameless. Don Hung showed me the extensive knowledge stored in the databank, and even Miss March, I've learned a lot. He's like, I gotta come up with something, a book. It was a gift I received, and it arrived blank. Did you mistake it for some kind of classical text or something? It's not entirely inaccurate, though. I wrote some of the pages myself. In a way, it symbolizes a chapter of my life. Most of the time, I've been reflecting in solitude while waiting for our departure. I wanted to contribute, but I wasn't sure how. The conductor just told me to wait patiently. Yet, as I look at this spacious car, I feel a strong urge to organize it that likely stems from boredom. My past isn't worth mentioning, but may I ask what piqued your curiosity? I am a fugitive, after all, and I shouldn't draw attention. I changed out of the family head's outfit the moment I gained my freedom. Even though I was about to start my penance, I wanted to keep it for some sentimental value, but I lost it in Penacony. Perhaps this is some sort of sign. It's funny that I never imagined I'd be traveling with the Nameless one day. I do have a few ideas in mind, but as a mere hitchhiker, it's not really my place to weigh in. Creating a paradise remains my lifelong ambition. When I obtained permission and accessed the databank, I came across many references to this concept throughout the universe. They go by different names: Kingdom of Heaven, Pure Land, Blissful Realm. Hopefully I can visit these places to see if they truly live up to their names. My best regards as always. Passenger Kalis, you've arrived just in time. Pom-Pom recently got some new clothes and decided to set up a coat room here for myself. What do you think of this spot? Pom-Pom thinks so too. It fits into this corner perfectly. Then the coat room placement is decided. Passenger Kalis, since you're here, help Pom-Pom decide what to wear today. Honestly, I like his little chef outfit. Oh, is that it? Okay. I was about to be like, I don't know if we're gonna be able to make it, but considering I'm only like 10 away from the point when I usually buy the pack and we still have over a month, we should be able to hit it fine. Alright, so that is that quest. We finished all of that off in just under 2 hours. I'd say that's pretty good, personally. Let's see. So that was since I spent an hour on it last time, that's about a 3-hour quest. And I imagine we'll get another interlude short quest to tide us over until Amphorios is released in 3.0 at the beginning of next year. Or sometime in January, I mean. Meet the Cienjo Messenger. Part from Robin and Sunday's POV. Complete the final farewell in Sunday's POV. I don't think we quite have enough for, yeah. I might be able to like eke out another 10 pull before Sunday's banner gets dismissed. So like I stated, I will probably, because I really want to try my luck at getting his 5-star light cone, I'll probably do that 10 pull off stream. But obviously if I get it, it's the first thing I'll show you next stream. Because I'll probably just immediately be like, guys, and then show it to you. But look at his little, look at it. We love it. So does he like officially get to keep his halo now that we've gone through his quest? Because he didn't have his halo before. So it's like, now that we've done that quest and he's completely joined with his other self, he now gets to keep his halo again. I'm pleased with that. I'm quite happy they somehow found a way to give him back his halo. Yeah, so thank you all so much for watching. Definitely a lore heavy day. I'll probably finish fully 100%ing the map, most likely. While we're all away. I don't think there's anything new. Oh, right, I have to do the Shackling Prison and the Sky Splitter. I fully forgot that these parts got added to the Lawfu because my brain kept being like, oh, I'm done with the Lawfu. I've done everything on the Lawfu. I don't need to go back. In fact, I do need to go back and unlock some of the new areas. Does Bellabog have any place new that I need to actually go back and finish? No. And I don't think the space station does either. No. Okay, cool. So I have some places on the Lawfu to do, and then we'll also finish up Penacony. And then I'm more than confident we're probably going to get a short interlude once Fugu's thing drops. So we can work on that in between now and January. And then I guess I'll also try and get these done prior to when our new area drops, because I don't imagine we'll have time to stream those quests. But yeah, thank you all so much for watching. Definitely a lore heavy day, low energy, but it was nice to hang out though. I'll see you all next Sunday, most likely. Yes. And then for those of you who, because at the time of the stream it's around Christmas, for those of you who celebrate Christmas, have a happy Christmas. For anyone that celebrates any of the other winter holidays, I hope that your holidays are great as well. As always, try and make sure that you get some good sleep, and I will see you all next time. Bye!